Well, I woke up this morning from a reoccurring dream.
Hello, people. I'm Jaby KOAY, joined by SYNTELL KOAY.
Yo, what's cracking, baby?
And we are continuing on with Money Heist Season 2, or Part 2, Episode 7. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut-down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. However, if you want to watch the whole thing with us, uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/JabyKOAY, where you can watch the whole series with us, but you will need your own Netflix subscription so you can open up the show in an adjacent window to our reaction. That's like you're watching it with two of your favorite pals from the internet. Now, if you're watching this on Patreon already, thanks so much for supporting us. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, please, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Here we go.
Oh yeah, Moscow's definitely a wrap. Dang, golly.
He's out.
Yeah. Then the personality on the mask is kind of interesting too. Golly. Yeah, Denver, it's time for you to grow up, homie. That ain't no scratch. I saw 3 hit him.
Does puto mean the F word in Spanish?
Maybe.
No ves que comí mucha morcilla.
Vale, sujetádmelo. Por fin. A ver. Vale. Gracias. Voy a ponerle una vida.
I can't lie. If I was a hostage, I would have used this opportunity to get out.
Oh man, it's just like spurting out. Yeah.
He's done.
Oh man.
He's done.
No one's putting pressure on it.
He knows. Berlin knows.
There you go, pressure.
Tranquilo, Moskva. Tranquilo.
Muy bien, te vas a poner bien. ¿Te vas a poner bien? Sí.
Tranquilo, Moskva.
Oh, that feeling of helplessness. Oh.
Que le han metido 3 disparos, Río. Que son 3 disparos.
Whew.
Man.
Hijo de puta.
Raquel, me he soltado. Me podía haber escapado. Te podía haber matado. Raquel, tampoco has querido creer al polígrafo ese que te has traído. Y pues mira, esta es la prueba de que digo la verdad.
And that's a hell of a gamble. And it's loaded.
Pues la acabas de cagar con este acto de amor. Porque te voy a meter al talego 80 años.
He's gonna walk out of there. She's not gonna do anything.
I mean, you're an accomplice.
She's not gonna do anything. She's gonna let him walk free.
Levántate. Despacio.
Don't listen to her, dude. She's not gonna shoot you. We both know it.
I mean,
we
she
all
might
know
wing
it.
him. Hell hath no fury, right? And she's scorned in a mug.
No te muevas. ¿Qué cojones haces? ¡Quieto! ¡Quieto! ¡Quieto, te he dicho! Las manos sobre la cabeza.
He's like, come on now. Stop. I was inside you. And I'm out. Got the shaky hand.
Raquel, no me voy a detener. Vas a tener que matarme.
You ain't gonna do it. Let him go. Let him go. Come on. We know where this is headed.
And I'm taking your car.
What else can you
do? That's probably a long walk from where they are, too.
Yeah. That's a bitch.
Yeah, dude, you jacked up. You mean you effed up.
¿Han localizado, inspectora? Estamos en ello.
You're in command now, homie. Oh! Accomplice. That's what I'm saying.
Oh no. That's not gonna play out very well.
Nope.
You're telling me there was nothing at all in proximity where she could make a phone call from?
Guess not. Guess that farm was out in the super rural part. I mean, the man shows up on a tractor. That should tell you something. If it was anybody else and not a pretty lady, I'm sure he'd have been like, what are you doing on my land?
Exactly. I will run you over.
¿Cuántos impactos tengo? Son 3, papá. Menudo jaleo que tengo ahí abajo. Moscú, ¿qué? Ellos no quieren meter equipo quirúrgico, pero tenemos una ambulancia ahí fuera para llevarte al hospital. Pues ya puede ir diciéndole a la policía que le den mucho por culo, porque yo lo voy a volver a la cárcel.
What would you do? Die or go to jail?
Me? I mean, you know, I'm trying to live, so...
Para pasar al otro lado. Esos son 10 horas de trabajo. Poneos a mi cama.
I'm sure the type of pain that he's in would probably expedite that decision a lot quicker for me, too. Oh, y'all gotta get somebody right now.
Tengo unos serbios aquí. Vamos a empezar a picarnos estos también desde este lado. Y voy a localizar al médico ucraniano. De todas formas, tenéis que salir cuanto antes. Me han descubierto, Andrés. No sé cuánto tiempo va a tardar la policía en aparecer por aquí.
Okay, well, they addressed it. Oh, you got some splaining to do.
¿Sabías que Sergio Marquina, alias del profesor, es Salva? ¿Cerebro del atraco?
Sí, lo acabo de saber hace unas horas.
Recibiste una llamada de ese hombre. Te llamaba de la comisaría de Canillas, donde estaba detenido. Minutos después fuiste. Montaste una escena para sacarlo de ahí y destruiste el registro donde estaban.
Not looking good. Destroyed his fingerprints. It's not looking good. Oh. Oh no.
Accomplice.
Que amenazaron a
Yeah.
que no hiciera el retrato robot. El hombre que borró las huellas del Ibiza que hallasteis en el desguace. Y del que Ángel sustrajo una cucharilla incriminándolo antes de tener el fatal accidente.
Luego lo llevaste a la casa de la
Oh.
Toledo. ¿Cierto? Y lo metiste en mi coche, donde estaba la única prueba con valor judicial que pude sacar de toda la casa.
Los papeles de la chimenea y las pruebas desaparecieron.
Al parecer, después de dejar inconsciente al inspector Vicuña.
Cuando Ángel hizo su trabajo y lanzó sus sospechas contra él, echaste de la investigación.
Y como colofón a esta bonita historia, mientras destruías a tu compañero, te tirabas al jefe de la banda.
I mean...
I need a moment to breathe.
That man has never used a pickaxe before.
Yeah.
Dejaste a mi madre en una rotonda.
Yeah, that's gonna play over and over in your head.
Venga, ya o nosotros. Mira, no te abro la cabeza porque te necesitamos para salir de aquí. Cuando salgamos,
Yeah. Oh,
no te conocí.
man.
Denver.
It's terrible when you leave it on like not great notes. It's just it's in your rote fucking memory like over and over and over again. Like that's how I did that. That's how I left that. And then you like blame yourself when you had no idea what was gonna happen.
Nos metemos a hacer billetes de 500.
Los billetes de 500 son de rusos y de horteras. Yo no soy ruso. ¿Te parezco una hortera?
Vamos a empezar a llevarnos el dinero de aquí. ¡Vamos! ¡Vamos!
Did y'all watch Munich?
El otro cuarto también.
You see the end of you saw Munich?
Yeah.
Eric Bana is trying to make love to his wife. He's all the traumas in his head, just messing him up.
No bueno.
Tú no. Ven. Deja eso ahí.
What? What does he want? Oh, that leg's fully healed.
I mean, all the way. You know, 5 days is all it took.
I mean, that's how gunshot wounds work, right? I played video games. I played Uncharted.
Un país tropical y una herencia. 800 millones de euros a repartir.
Eso es lo de menos, Berlín. A mí me gusta la idea de irme contigo lejos. Aunque me da mucha pena porque te vas a morir.
Vas a ser una viuda preciosa.
Man, they move quick in this show, dude.
I mean, 5 days, man, and we got 2 marriage proposals.
Funniest thing is, of all the relationships in this show, this one has been the most conservative. It's the slowest burn of all three of them. Or four, whatever, how many there are.
She's like, I am so screwed.
That's a workout, dude. Like, that's a workout. That dense ground.
Whole lot of no thank you.
¿Por qué no descansas un poquito? ¿Eh? ¿Verdad? Vamos.
Oh, is there a limp? Really? It didn't look like you were struggling at all a second ago.
I'm wondering if they're gonna like address the weight of the money too, because money is heavy.
Yo,
they always get that wrong in heist films. Like they got these big bags of paper on their back, but it's crazy heavy.
All that tunnel digging gives me anxiety. Like you're underground, it's tight spaces, you can't even stand upright. What are you gonna do? I think calling is the last thing you should do.
Vamos a registrar casa por casa. Y cuando menos se lo espere, llamaremos a su puerta. Así que deje de complicar las cosas y entréguese.
Como le dije a la inspectora.
Why would he show his hand like that?
You know, it's like the bad guy monologue.
Llame al juez Andrade y pida una orden judicial.
No podemos tirar la puerta de 10.000 viviendas. Estamos hablando de un radio de 850 metros, que es lo que abarcan los repetidos.
Oh, that's just cool that they're talking about this.
Yeah.
Pero llame al juez Andrade y pida una orden judicial.
Veo que lo tiene usted todo controlado. Así que no entiendo bien qué hago aquí. ¿Estoy detenida?
No, inspectora, no está detenida. Está siendo investigada.
Muy bien, entonces me voy.
Inspectora, antes de marcharse necesito que entregue su placa y su pistola.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Y ahora podéis pincharme el teléfono si queréis.
How is she not arrested? I mean, I guess things are different overseas, though, too. I have to keep that in mind.
Well, she has plausible deniability.
¿Por qué saboteaste el plan de fuga? ¿Por lo de Denver? Por eso lo golpeaste a Arturo, porque tienes algo con él. ¿Mónica te ha forzado? No. ¿Y por qué estás con él? Porque le quiero.
You know how silly you sound?
¿No es real?
Yes.
Es real, Ari. Es la primera vez que alguien me mira a los ojos y es honesto.
Damn, you're just a series of bad decisions, lady. Oh, Jesus.
She's looking at it like, you have lost all of your
¿Tú estás con
marbles.
Berlín?
Don't say you love him too, please.
Pura supervivencia.
There we go. Truth comes
Right?
out.
Que pensaba que estaban matando a la gente y que te habían matado a ti también. Pensé que era la única forma de salvarme. Me da mucho asco, Berlín. Me da mucho asco, mucho. Quiere que me case con él cuando salgamos de aquí. Que lo cuide. Me voy a quedar con...
I would. I would go with someone who makes me feel all kinds of uckies for a year.
Que me ha violado. Que a mi lado ella no pueda ni moverse. Y dependa solo de mí. Le voy a decir el hijo de la gran puta que es y todo el daño que me ha hecho.
That's real, though. I'm glad that they put at least another side of that coin.
Oh, here we go. But he had a pretty bad accident. It would be unrealistic for him to just come out talking and be like, I know where he is. Boom, location. Like, you know. We addressed this in our movie watch along just the other day. Like, you go into a situation like that, the recovery time is long.
La inspectora se encontraba al borde del abismo, haciendo equilibrios para no irse al hoyo definitivamente, pensando en lo ridículo y absurdo de haber pasado de inspectora a sospechosa en un par de minutos. Y decidió hacer lo que tantas veces le había dicho su madre, correr detrás de los malos.
Huh. Oh, I mean, you already broke a bunch of laws. Why not keep going? Impersonating officers are crazy charge, too.
Is his eyes gonna open?
Yeah. Yep.
That was an alright episode.
Yeah. It was on
alright.
par.
It was alright. It's okay.
The last episode was so action packed and stuff. So, you know,
Yeah.
I can forgive them for, toning it down a little bit. So you think Moscow's gonna make it?
I don't know, dude. The fact that he didn't just die, I think this episode frustrated me a little bit. The opening was cool though, with the professor and the inspector Raquel. I'm like, I know where this is going. Like, she's not gonna shoot the professor, right? And so him just dipping out like, peace, I got your phone, bitch. I was like, that's great. I thought that was cool. And then when she goes back to the tent, the headquarters outside the Mint, the way they cornered her was dope. Like, you did this and you did this and we know this and we know this. Gotcha. And then she's just like, oh Lord. You know? Almost like being a kid and getting in trouble with the principal. Like, you remember that feeling, that awful feeling, like, oh gosh, like I am powerless. And her just trying to find stability in the situation, being like, you got a restraining order, you gotta go. Like, just trying to find some kind of victory in this moment.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
It felt exactly like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like when you get, it's like, you know, if you get an argument with your significant other and you've got them in the argument and they're like, well, that's why you didn't fold the clothes last week. You just, anything to get the W, right? Anything to get some kind of small win.
Exactly.
It was a prideful moment.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Y'all are arguing about something completely different, like who's supposed to pick up who from where. It's like, well, you didn't flush the toilet. Like, what?
What is that?
You have to shit in the toilet.
With anything.
Spinning around everything.
The tunnel thing is a little, I don't know, now that I see it, it's one thing, like, I got the concept of the tunnel in principle, and I was like, all right, yeah, okay, I'm rolling with you. But now that they've showed me the tunnel and everything, I'm like, man, this ain't really holding up. It's the Jaws situation. Showing the shark is nowhere near as imaginative and instigating and creepy or whatever it is. But what made Jaws great was the idea of the shark, right? And the idea of that tunnel kind of holds the same thing. You know, you got these little bitty swings. This dude had like a little baby pickaxe that, you know, that you would use for like your home garden or something like that. I'm like, how is this going to work?
You ever watch the movie Upstanding Citizen with Gerard Butler?
Oh wow, yeah, with Jamie Foxx and
he like digged himself like a proper construction tunnel with a spoon. I don't really take that too seriously. I just let it go. I mean, at least they got picks, you know, instead of a spoon. So he was going in and out of the jail too.
Yeah, just chilling like,
Yeah, exactly.
Like, man, I got a scooter down here too to help me get around a little bit faster.
He like painted lines and everything, like a proper road out of that place.
It's like, wow, you really had a lot of time, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly.
This whole episode, I think for me, why it kind of took me a little bit out of the moment, because I know we had to suspend our disbelief on a lot of stuff, because, you know, it's entertainment. But this episode just kind of made it a little tough, because, like, it's cool to watch the professor just walk away from that situation and all that, and then give her the gun and all that. But there's a part of me, I'm like, that's just hard to kind of like wrap around and be like, yeah, that's gonna happen. Her turning herself in and not getting arrested. Like, I'm surprised they ain't have a knee in the back of her neck. Like, you see her kiss. You listed all the evidence right there, and they're like, oh no, we'll just take your gun and badge and, you know, you go off and carry on about your day. I'm like, what? I mean, maybe justice is different in Spain, but I know that would never happen in the States. Never, ever, ever. Would that happen in the States? So it's that, the 3 gunshots in Moscow. And I think you're right. I think they may find some miracle thing to help him survive.
You know, the law enforcement's tricky, dude, because like I remember hearing about this guy who was stealing drugs from evidence, and he was on trial, and it's not because he got caught. It's because he turned himself in. And I'm like, there's no damn way. You know how like how rigorously like documented evidence in an evidence lockup is? It's like, it's a very tight ship. And so for it to just go missing and people being like, oh yeah, I guess that just disappeared. Well, like, come on. Like, and so he had to turn himself in. And so what I'm getting at is cops protect other cops to a degree that's annoying and uncomfortable. What they have is reasonable suspicion. Outside of that kiss, they don't actually have anything else. I don't know. I don't want to argue for the show. You're right. It is kind of weird that she wasn't in handcuffs. By all rights, they should have arrested her too. But they didn't, because the show has to go on. But she's a suspect. She lost her badge. She lost her gun. So at least that was some kind of move. The fact that what's her name is walking around like just and swinging a pick and all that stuff and moving dirt, like
Monica.
Yeah, Monica. It's like at that point, like, the show is just asking you not to care about reality as much anymore. Like, you have to let that go. It sort of goes between, you know, favoring realism and then complete fantasy. You know, I'm waiting for the Eagles to show up to rescue him at some point.
Yo, for real. Yo. Good reference, too, by the way. Yeah. There was one thing that was really good that I'm glad that they addressed, and that is, because we've been, like, toying and making jokes about the whole Stockholm Syndrome thing, right? They've even mentioned it, a little tongue-in-cheek-ish with it, and we get to see Monica fumble around with this. But I am happy that they did see the other side of that, and that's the person that is willing to do, you know, to give up everything, the sanctity of their body in order to survive.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I'm doing this because I'm trying to live. That's my reason. I'm not, you know, how often some weird little fantasy thinking there's going to be some happily ever after with this. That was cool, you know.
Up until that moment, I just thought she was crazy. Like, she's just like crazy.
Yeah, because she always looked like, you know, she did always kind of look like, I'm not down with this. But then there was a moment where, you know, I don't know, right? Maybe she would, you know, hop off into the sunset and nurse Berlin off into, you know, until he dies. But that part, it did kind of hit home. But what I am curious is what Nairobi is going to take from it, because she was given the throne, couldn't handle it, had a breakdown, gave it back up. So I'm wondering, you know, is she still a little bitter towards Berlin regarding that? And is she going to kind of use that?
Nobody likes Berlin in the crew. The audience likes Berlin. No one in the crew likes Berlin. And so that's just information she's happy to hear about. That's an ace in the hole, you know, or an ace. That's a back pocket ace for her. Remember, in the first episode, there was a very efficient moment between Monica and Arturo where it was just like a couple looks, a couple lines, and you knew exactly what their relationship history was in seconds. It was very efficient. And the bathroom scene where Tokyo and what's his name, Rio, that scene told me that something has changed from season 1, like whether it's the writers or the style of writing or just like exhaustion. It's not as efficient as it used to be. It's not trusting the audience like it used to, because there was a point where it trusted the audience and now it doesn't. And I don't know if it's maybe trying to fill in the time or it's just like something has changed, and I'm not sure what that's about. But what's clear to me is there's a bit of redundancy happening here. And it's like, you didn't need to tell me all that. Like, she's having this flashback, for instance, about Moscow, and he's saying all this stuff. Rio comes in the room, and then she literally says it to him. I'm like, you didn't need to do that. That's not the point. Right. That's not how human beings work. There's a lot of internalization happening, and a different thing comes out of your mouth that is a result of the thing in your mind, right? Because that's humans are, you know, multi-layered. You're not going to say exactly what you're feeling all the time, and that's what's happening here. It's all very surface. Like, this is how I'm feeling, this is how I'm feeling, this is why I'm feeling this. I'm like, dang, she's like really like just, what's the word I'm looking for? She's so in touch with herself that she's able to articulate all her feelings with supreme accuracy. And I'm like, if that was the case, she wouldn't be in this situation if she was that kind of an individual. Do you know what I mean? Like, And forgive me for the sexism, I've never met a woman who is able to talk about her feelings that well.
Yeah. You think I'm a roundabout long talker? There's a lot of truth to that in my own personal relationships as well. I will, yes. You're right.
Like every single relationship, every single person I've been like had strong feelings for, I'm like, I don't know why you're mad. I need you to be clear about why you're mad. What do you want right now? Because you keep moving the goalpost, lady. Anyway, that's nothing to do with the show. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed some of that. My apologies to any ladies watching this who were annoyed with my tantrums, with my not my tantrums, but well, anything that I say at all. You guys, thanks again for hanging out. If you're watching this on Patreon, thanks for supporting us here. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up. I'm Jaby KOAY. This is
Hey, it's your boy SYNTELL.
Peace out.